Hey guys, it's Tony with Wood Tramp Outdoors Magazine and Bush Butter. We got another battle box for you right here, Mission 124. We'll be right back. All right, guys, welcome back. Listen, this is an exciting month, Mission 124. The theme is Feast or Famine. And I know we've been saying this here, but this is the general consensus with our staff, is that BattlBox has shown for the past 6 months that they are continuing to bring in quality gear month after month. And now that they've went back to the themes, it all seems to be getting better. I cut myself on one of the knives in the set you're going to see here, and I'm bleeding all over the place. So at any rate, Mission 124, in our opinion, and you're going to see this, is one of the best that's out there thus far. And the reason we keep saying BattlBox is the best bang for your buck, no matter what level of skill that you may or may not have. So here we go. Let's get off into this here. It's got some great stuff. There's 4 items in the basic box. It says just the essentials, no fluff. Well, you got a little fluff here. The very first thing is called the Honey Badger's Bee Farm Cowboy Coffee. That guy right there. And it says this ain't your average cup of joe, which is no kidding. It's raw honey infused with dark roast coffee beans, giving you natural sugar and caffeine in one powerful spoonful. Now, you can put this in boiling water, a cup of boiling water, mix it up to your liking. It's very good that way. Or if you want to be a real John Wayne, you can grab a spoonful of it. I mean, it's right. It's like honey with, it's honey with coffee in it. And it's good. And it will give you a jolt. Man, I like that stuff. I'm just trying to figure out how I could take out a few portions at a time. I may have an answer here. But that's your first item. Second item is the speed hook. We've seen lots of these speed hooks. Current 1776 gives a great demonstration on how to use these. You can use these for fishing. You can actually use them for hunting small game as well. But, there's always the debate. Is it better to passive fish, or is it better to active fish, or active hunt, passive hunt? Well, when you're actively hunting, I didn't bring no water with me. Your whole focus is on what you're doing right now. Whether you're sitting on a bank with a pole, a reed, or whatever, or you're walking through the woods and you've got a bow or slingshot or shotgun, whatever you have, that is active, and it is your sole focus for the moment. But whenever you passively fish or passively hunt, you have an opportunity to set this up and then go do other things. That's why that is an advantage to someone that is in a survival situation, or if you're just trying to enjoy your camping, that comes in this particular box as well. That's a great little ad. We've used those, we've seen those, we like those. The next one, we've also seen this here from UCO. It's called the Switch Spork. I'm sorry, but my allergies are killing me right now. This is something about when we first started Backwoods Biker Magazine, UCO reached out to us and asked us if they could send us a product. And lo and behold, there it is. And I've never gotten rid of this. Eating utensils you don't loan out. But I just thought it was a great little system that they put together. It's got a fork, it's got a spoon, it's got a knife. If you are one of those that likes to eat out of a bag like this, you know, your meals, it converts to a long-handled spoon or a long-handled fork. It's a great little ad. It weighs nothing, and it comes with this lanyard, obviously. Nests in there, and it takes up a very small footprint in your haversack or your bag, whatever you're going to carry it in. And again, it's a great ad. And last but not least, we always like to see food. ReadyWise. Everybody knows who ReadyWise is by now. We've been a big fan of ReadyWise since the first case of it came into our shop. And they've got everything that you can imagine under the sun. And this time, you're being introduced to the country-style chicken pot pie. How do you beat that? And I got something else I'm going to share with you about this here in just a second, but that wraps up your basic box. And somebody reads this brief, this mission brief, later on they're going to see this blood all over the top of it. They're going to think I got shot down here. That takes us on to the advanced box for this month. And the first thing in the advanced box comes from UST. And this is called the FlexWare Sink. Now look at that, how thin that is. Very small footprint. Now just a disclaimer here, this is not something that I would pack out into the bush at all. But how many times have you been at a base camp and you're trying to wash up dishes or pots or whatever tools you have, or you're trying to process some game that needs to be washed down, rinsed off, or whatever, and you didn't have a real good sink for that? Well, UST came up with this. It's called the FlexWare Sink 2.0, and it will hold 16 liters. Yeah, because it expands. Look at this. Just keeps going. Now that is a bizucket. It will hold just about anything that you're going to want. It's lightweight, and again, it's great for base camping. That's what my disclaimer would be for that. But it is perfect because it just folds right up. I mean, you can just put it in your vehicle somewhere. You won't even see it. Won't be in the way. That's your first item. There are two items in this month's advanced box. And the next one is pretty stinking cool. I didn't put any batteries in this because I saw Current 1776, but this is also from UST. It's called the 30-day Duro 1000 LED lantern. Crank this lantern up to 1000 lumens for full camp visibility, or let it ride for 30 days on low. Just think about that. It does require batteries to be put in it here. Let me see here. I think it's right down here. Yes. Requires 3. Does it say there? Does it say what you need? It does not say there, but I'm thinking on this box right here, I want to know why why don't I have a mystery spot? Okay. Yes, 3 D-cell alkaline batteries. And they tout this. They tout this that on low it'll last 30 days. Now, I watched Kern 76's video, and what he says is that he turned it on, put it in a closet, and it lasted for 28 days. Still, 30 days, 28 days, come on. That is phenomenal for sure. All right, then you got to hold your tongue just right to put this dude back together. Right? That's what it's saying. Because it's not letting me cooperate with it here. But we're not going to spend our whole day down here. There you go. All right. That's your 30-day lantern with blood all over it right now. 30-day duro. Man, that is really nice. I wish I would have put some batteries in here so we can see how bright it is. But it comes with a hook on the bottom, and it has a handle on the top where you can hang it in your camp, hang it in your tent, under your hammock, whatever. But there is another great ad, that's for sure. That takes us off to the Pro Box, which has impressed us all crazy. If you happen to be a hunter or you're looking to compartmentalize your stuff, that's what this guy is. It's called the Greater Goods Vacuum Sealer Machine, and none other than the procurement professional specialist superstar Shay Parrish of BattlBox is the one that put this out here. And the title of this is Preserve the Feast. This is a vacuum sealer machine. We took it out of the box, you know, so I could show it to you, but that's it. They come in 3 different colors, I think. We obviously got the white one, and I got to tell you, this will also be something that we put on our workbench because we're always looking for a way to compartmentalize things. This is just not about food processing, but if you want to take this and compact, you know, some of your personal gear, hygiene products, clothing, whatever, it'll work for that. It's been designed for food, and this is what I was saying on these meals right here. I don't know about you, but I cannot eat one of these and operate efficiently out in the woods. You know, I just don't eat like I used to. People my age will tell you that. Younger men, younger women, you probably tear up one of these. But for me, I could cut this in half and maybe even a third and use the vacuum sealer to make sure that it stays right. And you can hydrate it back in that also. You know, so that is a great ad. I do want to read this to you here. It says it's an amazing tool to reduce the size of your camping and hiking meals too. That just solidifies just what I said. What comes with it is a storage bag, and you have your cords in here. Let me see. Oh, they're right here. Right? That's your power cord, your vacuum tube that comes with it. It comes with it says Greater Goods Live Thoughtfully, this way to a more thoughtful kitchen. It's a lot of their stuff from the company. I'll put it in there, and then it gives you some starter bags as well with this set. So that is really a great ad. You know, I mean, whether you're fishing or you're hunting, whatever, you know, this is a great way when you get home, process your stuff, put them in the vacuum sealer, put it in your freezer for future use. So that's a great ad, Shay. What a great job. You're doing a good job, Shay. All around. Doing a good job. Okay. And she'll be the first to tell you she doesn't do it by herself. So that moves us on to the Pro Plus box. And it says where precision meets preparation. Okay. Now this is the Knife of the Month Club, and it's always got at least one blade in it, but this time it's not one blade. There are 5 blades in this knife set, and it is for game, fish, processing. It comes from Ruckin River. It's Ruckin River, and it says, this is what it says here, so I'm a little bit confused. Ruckin River, Coosa knife set, plus the Roll by Deadfish Company. All right, so this is what I'm thinking. I'm thinking Ruckin River, which is a sister company of BattlBox, contracted with one of their old friends, very familiar to all subscribers of the Pro Plus, the Deadfish Company. And they've had some really interesting blades, especially kitchen style, that in my kitchen, they're hanging on a magnet. Some of them are. But this particular one is made for processing game. And the canvas bag is designed to be able to take it right out into the field. Okay, so now what I'm going to tell you is that when you open this dude up, the knives are going to be in a plastic bag, and they have a tip protector on them. All right, so when you open it up, that's what you're seeing. Then it has this flap that comes over, and you can see the 5 knives in there, and this is a knife sharpener that has both a ceramic set and a carbon set, right? To be able to do your knives while you're out in the field, okay? Also has a zippered side here, and I'm not sure what you would put in there. But I'm thinking if you wanted to put yourself another stone in here, maybe some oil to be able to sharpen, a pair of gloves, rubber gloves, vinyl gloves, nitrile gloves. But really the star of the show here, I mean, the bag is really cool. The star of the show here are these blades. And as I said, I was getting this one out. I'm going to be really careful here. And I just dropped it a little bit, and it tapped my thumb, and I'm still bleeding, you know. So yeah, I'm gonna put some right on the canvas. Looks like I've been doing some work. Okay, so here are the knives, and the grips on them are very good for processing game. One of the things that I really hate to come across is a pair of polished micarta scales trying to process a deer or even squirrels or rabbits or fish, especially fish, slimy. They slip in your hand. These grips are not going to slip in your hand. They all have lanyards on them, and each blade is designed for something different, but you got to find your own jam. What blade is good for what you do? But there is 5 of these dudes. You got this here. I'm going to take a look at this real quick. Yeah, it gives us an idea of what we got here. This is the 4-point drop point all-purpose blade. Okay. Now again, when you're jacking with these, you got to be careful, and I recommend saving these tips. I'll tell you why here in a second, other than stabbing yourself. All right, that's the first one. Then the second one is the curved, let me see here. No, this is the 5-inch deep-bellied Skinner. All right. And there are a lot of hunters that I know that use this style of blade. Maybe not this blade, because I've never seen this set anywhere before. But this style of blade, a lot of professional hunters like this style of blade. It's just a simple Skinner, and its design is 200 or 300 years old. So it's been around for a long time. Very sharp. And again, those scales are great. The next one that we're going to look at is the 6-inch curved boning knife, right? And this is a little bit flexible too, right? Great if you want to fillet, you want to bone, get your meat off the bone. And again, they all feel the same in the hand. They're great. Okay, that's it there. And then the next one is the 6-inch straight boning knife. You know, again, that's got a little flex to it, so you could fillet fish with this as well. It's a nice set. And then the last knife, the 5th one, is this guy right here. Is the Granton butcher knife. Okay, very nice knife. It's got a little flex to it as well. I like the weight on these knives. They're not thick. They're not heavy. You know, oftentimes we get asked, you know, about the quality of these knives. BattlBox does a great job of searching out companies that provide quality at a reasonable price. And I would have to say that Dead Fish fits right off into that wheelhouse right there. No, it's not a custom-made knife by a bladesmith. You know, they are commercial, and I would say they're cut on CNC or a water jet or whatever. It doesn't matter. What does matter is that they are high quality. They're great knives, especially if you want to take them out into the bush and to get them beat up out there whenever you're working with your game. This is the perfect set. Now, here's what I would like to tell you, okay? Be very, very careful. Everything from Dead Fish comes super sharp. But these little plastic tips that are on here, don't throw it away. Keep these tips, not only to keep you from cutting yourself, but these tips will keep the tip from punching through your canvas. Because if you don't have it on there, I could see that coming through there. It's thick canvas, but you would cut through that. So leave those tips on there. It's a very nice protective canvas. It's not waxed. I don't think it is. Field cooking, it's going to bring down. Oh, I'm sorry. It is a wax canvas roll built to travel. So it is wax canvas. Just feels it's very refined wax canvas. So that's nice. But man, I just love this set. BattlBox, yeah, you did it again. Look at this. And there's room, I mean, there's room for 2 extra knives in here of your choice. Whatever you want to put in there. Maybe you want to put a steel in here, a rotted steel, whatever, you know. And then you got this little thing right here. And there's plenty of room. You're not going to overload this guy. So, wow. Yeah. That is the conclusion to Mission 124. And I think it's one of the best missions, one of the best boxes that we have seen, maybe ever. If not for a long time. I mean, every level has very quality stuff in it. So good to go, BattlBox. Appreciate it very, very much. And don't forget to get out to the Battle Vault. Check out the Battle Vault. And for those of you that have yet to learn this, there are golden tickets that are being handed out. We didn't have one in our box, but somebody got them, and I don't know if Mission 125 will have some more in there, but the battle games are coming up, and if you have an opportunity to be a part of that, take it. I didn't get to go last year, was invited, but I didn't get to go, and I'm hoping to this year for sure. Just depends on what the schedule says. So there you go, Mission 124 for the month of June. BattlBox, great job. So until next time, you guys be safe out there no matter what you're doing, especially if you're messing with the Ruckin' River knife set.